The Joe Credit Show.
So how do you get a good interest rate on a car? We're going to unpack that today, plus a little bit more on today's episode of The Joe Credit Show. The interest rate on your car is going to play a big role in your monthly payment. So your credit score is going to matter when it comes to determining your rate. The length of the term that you finance plays a role, and the car itself matters. Let's dive into credit score a little bit and how this plays out. So the interest rate that you get is going to determine how much you pay back in the end. So your monthly payment is configured by your rate as well as the term. So for example, let's say that you're looking at a $35,000 car. If you finance over 72 months, your monthly payment is going to be right around $685 per month. And at the end of the day, you're going to pay back $49,000 with interest. Now, let's say your score is stronger. Let's take that same $35,000 vehicle with a 4% interest rate. Your monthly payment would only be $547 per month, and at the end of the day, you're only going to pay back $39,000 with interest. So the rate that you get and your credit score that you have matters, and it plays a big part in your monthly payment as well as how much you pay back in the end. So what are some things you can do to improve your credit before you apply? Ideally, you want to walk into a car dealership with at least a 680 FICO auto score. So I would recommend paying down a few of your credit cards to 1% of what your credit limit is. Also, look at your credit report. If you see any 30 or 60-day late payments on any open accounts in the last 2 years, give that company a call and ask for some courtesy removals. Worst thing they can say is no, and you're in the same boat. Best thing they can say is yes, that'll raise your score. I would even look at a few collection accounts you have and see if you can dispute a couple of those and get a couple of those removed. Now, this is not an overnight process. It's going to take about 2 to 3 months to make some improvement in this area. But what can you do if you don't have that kind of time? You really need to get a car right away. What are some other things you can do to help lower your interest rate? You can look into shortening the term. Consider financing for 60 months as opposed to 72 or 84, because the shorter the term is, the lower the rate's going to be. Now, I know when you stretch it out, it's going to help lower the payments, but if you can afford to pay more, it makes sense to shorten the term so you get a lower rate. But what if you can't afford to shorten the term? Well, let's look at an option for that. You would really want to stay away from used cars. You want to finance something newer, and this is because used cars are considered riskier to lenders. A new car is less likely to break down, and also dealerships have a lot of incentives and promotional rates to get you to drive off the lot in a newer car. So in summary, to increase the odds of getting a lower rate on a vehicle, walk into the dealership with a 680 FICO auto score, consider financing something newer, and shorten the term. Alright, that's my time today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Also, drop any questions you have in the comments section below. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm Joe Chavarria. This has been another episode of The Joe Credit Show. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.